Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is the author Andrew Snorton, and you are tuned in to the Fast 15. As you see, as I park my ride, and we're doing this one a little bit differently. It is a nice early, let me go ahead and change this view. Yes, so it's a very nice early summer day, a little bit overcast, nice little breeze. It's a little break where I am, but today I'm doing a little bit differently. But first off, make sure to stay connected with me on Facebook at the page Author Andrew Snorton, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Author A Snorton. Make sure when you add me on Instagram that you go ahead and click on the link in the bio for Author A Snorton. That way you can stay connected with me. And and then of course email me for any special requests, things along those lines at authorsnorton@gmail.com. So as we always do, we always want to start off with just for people who are going through some stuff, words of encouragement. We know that there's a lot of challenges going on, physical, mental, emotional, individual, collective, community, things along those lines. But we always want to acknowledge for people who are going through something that, keep your head up. You have every right to feel some kind of way, but you don't want to stay stuck there. So figure out constructive ways to go ahead and get the professional help you need, formal, informal, things along those lines. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab a seat right here, but we definitely want to give a word of encouragement for folks. By the same token, we know that there's people doing well. Make sure, okay, that's under surveillance, so we're gonna go. And as a side note, I'm out here in central Illinois. I'm actually in the area where I was actually born, so I'm taking a nice little walk on the grounds of the elementary school where I would have attended. My older sister got to, so shouts to my older sister. So really enjoying my time here in central Illinois. But just getting a good walk and all that type of thing. So again, for people who aren't doing so great, please get the help that you need. Formal, informal, professional.
Turn right on Arrowhead Drive. Oops. Then turn left on Townley Drive.
Hold on for a moment as it still has me going on and whatnot, but please make sure that get the help you need. And by the same token, for folks who are doing well, continued words of encouragement, well wishes, things along those lines. Definitely celebrate, because you know what it took in order to get through things, and just build on those positives. So definitely want to give you guys a shout. So today, I guess we're doing it just a little bit differently. We're just enjoying a nice little walk. So since I saw that surveillance thing, I didn't want to sit there. Let's see, the word of the day. I can pull from one of the books, but I'm going to do something a little bit different, because I always talk about, pull from different selections and what have you. But today I'm just doing it real organic, kind of like I've done before. Make sure I can walk my way back around here. So we're going to do it just a little bit differently. So today is just going to be, I guess, a reminder of think back to where you started. I think that's going to be our theme of the day. Think back to where you got started and think about how far you've come. And I know it sounds like a cliche, like we see people where they are, but we don't know what they've been led through in order to get here. But real talk, take it back to where it started. Doesn't mean you have to stay where it started, but think back where you started, whether it's that job or whether that's classwork or things along those lines. Think back to where you got started. Think about how far you've really come. Even if you haven't done everything that you wanted to do, think back of what you have been able to do. So don't be afraid to look back and see where you started from. For me, I got started right here on Townley Drive. So I'm going to go ahead and walk it back. But Townley Drive is where I got started. And while I haven't done everything I've wanted to do, I think about the things that I have been able to do. Places I've been able to go, people I've been able to meet, even when things haven't been perfect, even when my money's been funny, which it kind of stays humorous. But just pause every once in a while and look at where you started. Look at where you started and look at how far you've really come. And even though you're not at your arrival point, think about the points you've arrived to. Think about the life lessons, the learning lessons, people that you've met, people that you've been able to connect with and engage with, people who you've been able to reach out to, different growth opportunities, different successes, different delays to your success and what you've been able to do to work through them and work beyond them. So for me, during this stretch, it's definitely been an eye-opener. It's definitely been a time for me to pause and reflect and see how far I've come. From the Midwest to the Northeast to the Southeast where I'm based, I think about through the lens of an author, through the lens of a professional, a son, a sibling, an uncle. When I pause, there's been a lot I've been able to do. I haven't done everything yet, but there's some things I have been able to do, and I have to kind of just take those in. So I think, if there's a lesson for today, sometimes pause and look at where you started. Look at how far you've been able to come. And even if you haven't made it yet or haven't fully arrived, look at where you potentially can go. Look at the losses or the life lessons or what have you for what they are. It's just that. And if you're still here, that means you can still do something. You can still learn, you can still grow, you can still develop, you can still do some great things. So don't be afraid to look at where you started, look at where you are, look at what you've been led through just to get to this point, and just be encouraged and motivated by where you can go next. So today, a little bit more of a life lesson. Couple of quick reminders. Check me out Saturday, June 25th, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at Bob's Bay Books in downtown Bloomington. I'll do a book signing. Check me out for the house music event taking place here in Bloomington, Illinois from 12 to 5 p.m. So all the house heads, if you're from Chicago, from Detroit, or just to get out and enjoy this great weather, make sure you do it. Check out the cool butterfly garden right here. This is pretty. This is pretty peaceful. This is an elementary school, y'all. They got tennis courts at the elementary school. They got a park out here. Pretty dope for an elementary school. Let's see, the Conversation Corner, taking a little bit more time, but we'll be back on in July. We'll be back on July 13th. July the 9th, make sure to check me out in Birmingham, Alabama at the Negro Southern League Museum from 1 to 3:30 p.m. I'll do a book signing at the museum from 1 to 3:30 p.m. Featuring the book Nothing Minor, the book on baseball. So I'm rocking the Yankees cap. And I guess if there's anything else, just thank you for supporting everybody. Thank you for supporting. And it's always good to kind of take it back to where you started. Oops, don't want you looking for me. But take it back to where we started and see how far you've come. Be encouraged and motivated for where you can go. And even if everything isn't exactly according to plan, just pause and keep going. I think that's the best thing. Pause and keep going. Stay as grounded as you can. Stay grounded, stay humble, stay hungry. And again, to stay connected with me, Facebook, author Andrew Snorton, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, author A Snorton. Email me at authoraSnorton@gmail.com. Book signings, appearances, personalized copies, the merch, all that type of stuff. And as I like to close, whether it's slow or swift, movement is movement, whether small or big, a victory is a victory. Keep it moving, keep it victorious. Shouts to Central Illinois. This is where it all started. Take care, and I'll see you later.